All right, guys, Big Rich here with Ohio Fish Rescue, and you see the pool's doing good. Everything's doing good here. And today, you know, we had a visit we got a tour of like 23 people, and you know, we've been doing tours all day, so I haven't videoed. But I come out here and I see people sitting on the couches that everybody hates. I don't understand the hatred these couches get. But let me ask you, you're sitting there because you're tired?
No, I just want to look at the.
Oh, you're just enjoying the view and stuff?
It's relaxing.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. People are like, get rid of them old torn up couches. They're not torn up.
No, they're very comfortable.
They're comfortable. And see? I tell everybody they're so comfortable.
I wanted to right
oh, you you could? Well, you know, we got a bunch of people on down there. So, I mean, I used to not have this tank here, and we had all three couches right here and a coffee table. We'd sit around here for hours and just be gabbing and talking.
It makes it very homely.
Yeah.
It makes it like you're at home.
Yeah. I love the oversized the couches. I've slept on these before. I mean, people are like, just get rid of them old dirty, nasty. They're not dirty and nasty.
They're nice and comfy.
All right. Well, thank you for that. Appreciate you being on video. Okay, here's the work we got done today. We got some of the plants down on the steps, and then these ones here, we cut off all these branches and leaves and stuff that were just bad and hanging over. Like that one is come back and is stretching towards the sky. This one still ain't. It has one leaf stretching towards the sky. These other ones are still wilted. So I'm going to let that go a little bit longer. Maybe this one won't make it, whatever. And then we cut this one, both of these back. This one here, it had a bend where it was going way over. So I'm going to give that a few more days before I cut anything more off of that. And then we had to cut a bunch off of this one. And we don't know if them are going to recover. But over here, we had to cut almost everything off of this one. This one's doing good, and we cut everything off of this one. So this will start growing, and it'll, you know, be a plant soon. We got this one, which we've got a couple more leaves like that yellow one we can cut off. And this one here was really curved up and bent, so things have fallen outside and we didn't see them. So, but the rest of the plants are all looking good and doing great in here. This bird of paradise, awesome. Everything's going good. We just put the spider plant up on top of this bacterial tower, so it's doing good. Okay, guys, it's about 4 hours later, and everybody's left. We got a couple stragglers. We got this guy still here, but everybody's you know, packing up and leaving. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to walk around and show you the fish. There's that albino goonch back there. He's doing so good. Look how fat and thick he's getting. He's doing really good. There's one of the fly river turtles and the peacock bass. All right, this tank here. You guys are hungry, huh? Oh yeah, look at you go. Oh, you guys are hungry. Jerry's got to feed you guys yet tonight. And the Dorado. Okay. Oh, a lot of the frontosa are out. Look at that. Look at the blues on that guy. Look at this. They're just beautiful fish. I got to get the right lighting on there with a blue bulb in there. Yeah, just with accent there. And usually they're not out like this. Usually they're always hiding in back there of them rocks. There's a bunch out right now. That's a treat. I like that. Okay, now we got all the plants in and we cut all these. Now, see, this is all done good. We're all set here. We can get to every plant bottom and get to it. But this plant here, I guess it had fallen outside. So see how it's planted and it takes a 90 degree this way? I'm trying to push against it to try and get these things to reach up towards the sunlight. So that's going to have to sit there for like 3 weeks, and I'm going to have to keep pushing against it. And so all them plants there are doing really good. They're cut back good. This one here. Now, this thing here, see how it's broken there, so I can cut that off. There's a new leaf coming up here, so I may have to cut off a lot of these leaves on that one. Same thing with this plant here. But, you know, the rest of them are doing good, and this one here, same thing. But now all these are actually coming back really good. You know, once they wilted, some of them had stayed wilted, and I got to see which leaves are going to recover and start going. Like this one here, This is wilted, but see, this is a brand new leaf coming up. So I won't cut that off of for sure. But if it starts growing 3, 4, 5 good leaves and there's some wilting, they'll continue wilting and going down. So, in another 4 days or so, I'll cut off whatever's still wilting, and then, they'll start growing good. And I'm going to start working on this dog bone next, to where, Josh wants me to not fill it with water, but I got to fill it with water, period. Up so high to see where the leaks are, and maybe patch that. There's only a leak around the top 2 inches. So I want it to overflow into this so that I can start making that waterfall. So if I fill it with water and have it overflow, I can start seeing where everything's going to lay and what leaks and what if there's any squirting out front or anything like that. I can fix that. Okay, and then when Josh is good and he can walk, he can come over here. We can drain it back down, let it dry out for 3, 4 days, and then he can go and do his silicone that he wants. I want to build the waterfall feature on the outside. Let me walk over here. So let me zoom in and show you. See right there, there is a hole, and it's covered with a piece of plexiglass right there. I can cut that back off. That's just silicone. Now the water is going to come out there, overflowing from that filter. Okay, I want to put, let me zoom out a little bit, a piece of glass across all of this and sides to it, silicone down to where that fills up the indent where the glass is, and then it'll run across the glass and come out and pour down. So I want to get that done this week. So I'm going to go against Josh's wishes and fill that tank up and get that going so that I can get my plans going and at least get that built. We can always drain it, like I said, let it dry out for 3, 4 days, and then he can redo all the silicone he wants on the inside. So that's that. What else we got? We had to bring Chompers in. He's right there. It's getting too cold at night. Look at the size of these. I'm telling you, these paddlefish have grown huge. Look at this. Look how thick they are. Look how big they are. Now see them from on top. There's a sturgeon. There's a powerhead. Or there's a look at the size of them from my hand. I mean, they're like 15 inches now. They were little babies when we got them. Look how big they are. There's a bunch of them in there. It's crazy how big these things have grown. They're doing so well. They're doing so good. And over here in the pond, everybody's doing good here. Look how thick and chunky he is. He's 3 foot long. And he's like double the size of the guy next to him. I mean, he's thick. Some eat better than others, and they're just doing so good. They're all eating. Another thing I want to get done this week. All this rock and gravel out of here, this has to go. This cuts our walkway down. So all this rock that we stacked up here is going to come off of there, and we got to build that wall under here. So Preston's coming over tomorrow, Monday, and while you're watching this video, which will be Monday, we're going to be working doing this kind of stuff. So I'd like to get that done. And another thing off of Josh's list that he don't have to do when he comes back. Oh, look, the snake's out. Hi, buddy. That's the last snake we got left. It's actually already taken, but they just haven't picked it up yet. So this is doing good with all the pacu and stuff. We had to do a water change yesterday. We had to turn this off that made the ripples because we had to lower this down. We have a, where's he at? An alligator gar in here. We didn't want him jumping up and out. Where'd he go? And, oh, there he is over in the corner right there. So that's done. I've got a guy coming over Wednesday that's actually going to get in here because this water is so crystal clear if you look down. But looking through this glass, it's so cloudy. It's so nasty. It just looks ugly. He's coming over Wednesday to get in there with the scuba gear and clean his front window. And then there's our Bigrich collection, the VATF by Tatus African Goliathfish. He's the big boy. Oh, the eel was the star of the show today. He kept on shocking and making that light go off. Everybody loved it. It was awesome. Everybody had a great time. And we've got, let me see, 2 albinos left. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the black diamond babies. This tank's doing really good. Oh, look at this. Let me come over here. I love this Planet tank. It is so crisp and clear. It's just so, doing so good. You got the clown loaches back there, Chinese high-fin banded shark, the Chinese big-headed carp. Look at them plants. They're just taking over in there. I love that. Oh, we got 2 magnets here. We got to get these out of here. This one's got to come out. This is the magnet that goes in there. Another high-fin Chinese banded shark, clown loaches. This tank's pretty much empty except for a pacu we took in. He's about, I'd say, 18 inches. And all these babies are doing so well. Oh my God, they're growing so thick and getting so thick. They're doing great. Of course, you know the cichlid tank, it's always doing good. Beautiful tank. Our community tank. Some people say it's overcrowded, but what they don't understand is, look at all the space. There's 10 foot of space. All the fish are right where I walk. Right here, let me get them all up here. I'll tap the top, put it in, okay. Now, there's no fish over there. They're all right here, you know, so it looks overcrowded to you guys. Plus, not to mention, there's 1,800 gallons of water per hour going through this tank. So every hour it gets completely water changed. So it's not overcrowded. It just looks it. All of our quarantine tanks. We've got this guy here is coming out of quarantine. We can go ahead and put him over to here, the community tank, the ballast shark. We've got some more cichlids here, tinfoil barbs. I don't think there's nothing in here. We're getting kind of low on fish, so that's a good thing. Now this tank here, I started taking it apart, but then the people showed up, so I got to finish this. I'm taking that background out, and you know, filling it back up and getting it clean and all that for the fire eels. There's still fish in our sump in here. They're waiting for this 3,000, or I'm sorry, the new 4,000 where we took out the 3,000, the 4,000 to get its window in. We're going to start working on that real soon too. And then we got the 400 up here to you know, do something with. So, and to fix that sump over there, here's a pool we're going to use to set up for the sump so that we can sand the inside of the sump, redo it, put the new paint in there. This is the pool we're going to use to run our filtration during that time. So it's getting kind of dark in here. Dwight Howard tank. Yeah, these rocks ain't. They're just, they got to go. Oh, wait. All right, here we go. Someone's got to get inside of there and clean that inside. It just doesn't do it with a magnet. That is so covered with film on the window, because that's the same water as that. Look at the clearness difference. That's all muck on the window. If you can look inside, look sideways at this. See the stuff on the inside window? Yeah, that's what the front window looks like, and we're looking through that stuff. That's why it looks like that tank is dirty, but that tank is crystal clear if you look down in the water from the top. Same as, look at our big boy Goonch. What's up, buddy? Show us your teeth. Come on, open up, show us your teeth. Them tiles are all 12 inches. So he's catty cornered. So that'd be like 15, that's like 30 inches, 32 inches long he is. Nobody's pregnant in here yet again, but oh, look at that, fresh water. what do you want to call them? Sand dollars. All right, let's go out here and look at the back pond. Okay, here we go. Jerry's sitting out here. What's up, Jerry? All right, the lights have come on, and it's nighttime. There's the pond. I got out the four-wheelers out of the gazebo there because it's coming wintertime. So I got you can't see it, the stuff in front of it. I've got the plow out to mount onto there. I'm missing the 2 pins that go underneath there. I got the plow, I got the four-wheeler there, but I can't find the 2 pins. So I got to look around for them. And that'll be my wintertime plow four-wheeler while this one here gets put away. That's my 1000, and it's going to go back away. But, you know, all these plants here, we're going to have to go out there and like tie a rope around them and pull them up and then cut them off flat so that don't become sludge into the pond as it starts dying as winter's coming. But the rest of it, it's pretty well cleared out. Everything's doing good. We cleared out everything over here. All there is we've got 14 of these sliding doors. We're going to use them as windows here and here. So 2 per opening, 2 per opening. And then this is going to be a sliding door. 2 opening there, 2 opening there, 2 opening there, 2 opening by the grill, 2 there. And then we're going to put a sliding door in there so we can open up and get to the zip line, and a sliding door in here to go outside. So we've got enough till we can frame in all these doors that I picked up for $120 for all 7 sliding doors. There's 14 doors there, and we can enclose this. So that's what one of our projects is going to be. We're trying to get things done around here. So I hope you liked the video. Appreciate you guys hanging in there and hanging out with me. We cleaned the barn, and I didn't make a video of it. We went inside there, we removed everything, we cleaned out everything, and I didn't make a video, so you didn't have to watch that. But, you know, I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you next 2 days, I guess. Until then, stay fishy, my friends.